Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne, and I thank Daryl for keeping me on my toes. I was daydreaming there for a second. We're going to go to Connecticut. We're going to talk to Assisted Living Services Chief Operating Officer Mario De Aquila. Mario, welcome to Late Night Health.
Hey, thank you for having me today.
We are very happy that you're here. We want to find out how to assess a senior who might need additional help in the home, from cooking meals to cleaning the house to cleaning the clothes and even giving somebody a bath. Is that basically what you help with?
We do. We help with a number of different non-medical companion and homemaking needs in the home. So those are some things that we absolutely can address.
Part of what we're going to talk about now is, how to assess if your parent or a senior in your care or in your family, an aunt, uncle, parents, need additional help. But wouldn't it be better if the senior said, hey, I'm tired of having to clean the house. I'd like somebody to come over here, once a week, clean the house, maybe make some food for me, and make that decision themselves? Wouldn't that be the better way of approaching this?
It would be. However, that rarely happens. Usually what happens is we get people after the point of that. So we always advocate that the family watch out for some warning signs so that they can help, prompt that care and give us a call before it's too late.
People want to be independent. They don't want to have to rely on my kids to help. They don't want to have to rely on somebody who's not part of the family to help either. Isn't that the biggest drawback there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think more times than not, people, they think they're, invincible throughout the home. I think many things that we do here help people age in place so that they can live at home as long as possible. The company was founded by my parents, actually, 1996, because my great-grandfather had dementia. He had been diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's specifically. And these are things, he was doing things that he didn't know, essentially that weren't good for his health or his well-being. So we noticed those things. We were able to hire a caregiver and really help him age in place for the rest of his life.
Did he want the help, or did he accept the help? Or did he not know?
Yeah, that's a great question. Essentially, at first he was a little resistant. However, the caregivers that we hire are very kind, compassionate, and they're really hard to not accept after a while. They become a piece of the family, essentially, to help you age in place.
Assisted Living Services is a family-owned business?
It is. It's actually family-owned and operated. And that company, again, like I said, was founded in 1996. And really the whole family's on board. And our mission is to just help people age in place as long as possible and to help our caregivers become a part of your family to help age for your loved one.
And what about turnover with the caregivers? That's a big problem oftentimes. They don't show up. It's hard to hire quality people in this field, isn't it?
That is particularly an issue nowadays. Our company has done very good with retention. But keep in mind that we're competing not only with other home care agencies for the same talent, but hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, home health agencies are all really competing for the same resource pool. So it's a challenge to keep and retain good talent. However, I think we've done a very good job, at least in our company, with all the different reward programs and recognition that we give to our caregivers.
And I think that's very important. I know that personally I've had dealings with a number of caregivers over the years with my family, and we were lucky to find the people that we had for my parents, my wife's parents, and we got to keep them in their homes, which is what people really want, because moving to like assisted living, you're losing part of your independence. And
yeah, I mean, absolutely. Assisted living and congregate living is good for some people, right? You get a lot of interaction with other folks, in the same age group. But many people want to age in place at home with their spouse as well. And personally, I'd like to do that, and that's what we specialize in.
Got it. Keeping the patient in the home. Our guest is the Chief Operating Officer of Assisted Living Services. They're based in Connecticut. Mario D'Aquila is his name, and we're helping to determine when a person needs that extra help. Can you give us a couple of pointers briefly, and we'll go into it in more detail when we come back from our upcoming break. But what are some of the warning signs that say, my parent, my uncle, my aunt needs some kind of help in the home?
Oh, absolutely. There are plenty of them. They're not always easy to spot. However, I do have some tips that we would appreciate, our potential customers and family members keeping an eye out for before it's too late. Age-related decline can happen relatively quickly, and especially during the pandemic, there's been fewer in-person visits. So many seniors have been able to conceal new or worsening problems. So we advocate that families keep an eye out for forgetfulness and confusion, right? If your grandkids come over and, the seniors really, not remembering names, places, forgetfulness is something that we advocate that you look out for, things like that. Neglect of physical appearance or basic hygiene, neglect of medical needs, trouble performing routine tasks or chores around the home, personality changes. If you're realizing that grandma or grandpa is just a little different, a little off, their personality's off, that's something you want to look out for.
And that's in
inability
particular
to handle finances and paying bills. That's huge. And then lastly, unsteadiness or clumsiness or recent history of falling. That's a big one to look out for.
And that's, yes, it is. All right, we're going to take some time out. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with more about assisted living services and Mario D'Aquila, our guest. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Don't go away. More coming up. And be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Role models. They can make all the difference. In our world today, they have never been more important. One of the nation's most successful mentoring organizations is Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of Los Angeles. Their mission is to assist youth in achieving their full potential through innovative and impactful programs. And no nonprofit agency does it better. Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of LA serves Jewish children, boys and girls, in our local community with a mentoring program that's been going strong since 1915. That's only the beginning. This nationally known agency owns and operates Camp Bob Waldorf. Its summer camping and weekend retreat programs enrich the lives of youth throughout Greater Los Angeles. Then there's a college support program, and last but not least, work that helps kids all over the world through the Teen Talk app. Want to learn more? Go to jbbbsla.org. Donate. Get involved. There's no better way to make a difference.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. And we are talking about assisted living services based in Connecticut. Our guest is the COO, Mario D'Aquila. And Mario, since your grandfather, and you brought in caregivers to help him, your great-grandfather, I think you said.
Yeah.
Has the industry changed?
It has changed, really in leaps and bounds, actually. There's a lot of home care agencies out there now. Back when we started, there was only less than 10 in Connecticut, let's put it that way. And there's over 1 well over 600 now, just in Connecticut alone.
Oh my. Oh my.
Absolutely.
Well, with the aging and graying of America, the aging and graying of the world, we're going to need more and more helpers to take care of us as we get older. I mean, it's a growing concern.
It is. It is. And, again, they highlighted some things that made recruiting and retention a challenge in our industry. Again, we've been doing a pretty good job. But there's one thing that I've really pondered a few years back, and I've been trying to champion this for quite some time, and it's really to, make caregiving, a profession, for people to aspire to, want to get into, essentially. Sometimes, our industry, some of our caregivers use us as a kind of a stepping stone to being, getting into the medical field, to be a registered nurse or any other, medical profession. But I'd really like to see more advocacy in our industry to becoming, in that status that people go and want to be trained to do, right? We often hire people that are trained as CNAs, certified nurses aides. We hire home health aides, people that are certified in that regard as well. But I think that more needs to be done to, push young folks into this profession, right? And one of those things is higher wages. In all honesty, minimum wage just doesn't cut it for this job.
No.
So, more needs to be done on that advocacy end, and we pay pretty well here, actually. And the customers need to understand as well that the rates do reflect our pay as well. And really, what we're trying to do is push more people to want to be in this profession for the up and coming future.
I think that's noble because as I just said, we're going to need more and more caregivers, and we need quality caregivers. There are a lot of there are a number of franchises. I don't know if you've thought about that or you're doing that now, Mario, where people are franchising, assisted living services types of businesses. And I know a number of people have gone into them, and they go into them with rose-colored glasses, not realizing all the potential downfalls, including hiring quality people.
Absolutely, and that's where the home care boom came about, where franchises really started to open up in Connecticut, and they're great and all. I'm obviously advocating for independent home care, which is what we are. We are a family owned and operated. We're not a franchise, but we find that independent home care is able to pay a little more to their workers as well because we don't have franchise fees.
Right.
And that's one thing that allows us to do those things.
Where do you think the industry is going to go? I mean, right now there are more people over 65 than I believe any other segment of the population, and it's continuing to grow at thousands a day, reaching that magic age of 65. Wait till you get to Medicare. Oh my goodness. Anyway, where do you think the industry itself is going to go?
I truly think that Medicare is going to start really stepping up and funding home care on a greater basis. Now, some Medicare Advantage plans do help to pay for non-medical home care. However, not all do. And I really think that that's something that that is on the horizon. I do think that more Medicaid programs, more people are going to go on the Medicaid programs as they age in place. There are quite a few already that are on the Medicaid programs that do help to pay for home care, and most of the time will pay the full price of home care. But I do think that that's going to happen in the future. And in all honesty, I do think that more assisted living type communities are going to be opening up, more type of congregate living. And I honestly think they are necessary in this industry. As you stated before, that there's only so many people around that will be providing care. So we will need more community-based living as well. But there will always be a need for home care for those people that choose to stay and age in the home.
And it can be a financial burden, as you just said, because you want quality people and you don't want to pay just a minimum wage. You want somebody who's going to show up, who's going to work and care about their patients.
That's correct. It is pricey. However, if there's one message that I can get across to the folks today, is to really invest in your future. Everyone is going to get old, right? That's something that say, gee, 50 years from now I'll be old and I'll worry about it then. But the time is now to worry about home care expenses and senior expenses. Investing in long-term care insurance, that's one thing. And investing in, your company's 401k plans as well, if they're offered, or any savings plans that are offered. People really need to think about that now. And that's a message that I do want to get across today, because home care can be expensive. And in all honesty, all senior care is expensive, whether or not you do go to an assisted living community or a long-term care facility, or choose to stay at home with home care.
And it's just a thing that's happening and will happen to most of us in our lifetimes. And again, going back to the beginning, having somebody come in to take care of you is losing somewhat of your independence if you're still cognizant, if you don't have dementia of one kind or another. And it is hard to say, gee, I can't get up on that ladder anymore to reach a vase or change a light bulb.
I do agree with you. However, and I'm one of those guys that says, gee, I could do my plumbing and I could do my own electrical. But I think that, pride at some point, needs to go on the back burner. We all need to ask ourselves, do I need a little extra help around the home, right? And,
right. Listen, if there's a plumbing issue, Mario, hold on a second. If there's a plumbing issue, Mario, I'm calling you. You just said you can do it. Listen, we're out of time, Mario.
Oh, no, I didn't say I could do it.
Because I know that I can't. Mario, thank you very much for joining us. Mario D'Aquila, the Chief Operating Officer of Assisted Living Services. We'll have more information at latenighthealth.com, picture of Mario, and information about the company. I'm Mark Alyn. We're out of time. I got to rush. Thank you, Daryl. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you next time. We'll see you at home next time as well. Have a good week. Have a great week. And most importantly, have a healthy week. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.